So just beginning on your back when you're ready, you can just take your time just to come down. And just taking a few moments just at the start of class, just to come away from your morning so far and drawing your attention inwards. Maybe begin just by noticing your breath. Just notice the quality of your breath, the temperature of your breath. And then maybe try and deepen your breath. And then as your breath starts to deepen, then just noticing your body, just how it feels this morning. Maybe directing your breath towards any areas that feel tight or where you're holding tension. And try and allow that tension just to relax and soften a little bit. As much as you can, try and relax through the back of your head and your neck, along your shoulders and down your arms, through your spine to your hips, and through the legs and your feet. And as your body starts to soften, just notice how you feel. Just allowing any thoughts that you might have just to come and go. And if you do get caught up in anything, then try and use your breath and just move yourself back to your practice and back to your mat. So today's class, I thought we'd do a little happiness class today. So Mahatma Gandhi says that happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are all in harmony. And that led me to think about the Sthira Sukha Asanam, which is what Patanjali suggests that all of our asanas should be a mixture of, which is kind of easier said than done. If you think about some of the asanas, some of the yoga postures that we take, sometimes they don't always feel that steadiness and ease that we want. Sometimes they feel more kind of strong and forced rather than easy. So we're just going to try and bring in that feeling of ease a little bit more, particularly in a lot of the standing postures. We kind of tense the muscles a lot. So I'm just going to ask you today to try and just soften a little bit what we're doing. So when you're ready, we'll start to move a little. So you could start just by moving your fingers and your toes maybe to start. And then you could bend your knees. And then with the feet flat on the floor, we'll just relax the arms just along by your sides. And just get a sense of the lower back being pressing into the ground just a little. And when you're ready, on an inhale, we're just going to draw the right knee just towards your chest. And we'll stretch the left leg along the ground. If that doesn't feel right, you can always keep that left leg bent. But if you can, stretch it along the ground. And keep the left leg quite active here. And you can take your hands just gently on top of that right shin or knee. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, we're just going to move that knee, the right knee, over towards the left shoulder a little. So just a very gentle movement. And then as you exhale, move it over, maybe even past the right shoulder, just take it out to the side a little. So again, inhale, move it over towards the left. And on the exhale, over towards the right. We'll do that one more time, so just nice and gently, just easing off a little bit through your hip joint. And then move the leg back into the center now. And from here, we're just going to straighten the leg a little. We're not straightening it completely. This is kind of a half happy baby. So you could take your right hand just to the right shin or ankle. If you can reach your foot, you would just place it on the outside edge of that foot. And then again, just draw it in. And if it's too much, always bend that left leg. And always have the hand on the leg if it feels too much to grab the foot. So this is a half happy baby, and the right knee kind of goes to the right outside of the right hip a little bit. That will slowly release that leg, so just release it down. Just stretch both legs along the ground. And we'll come in for the other side, so we'll bend both knees again, just feet flat on the floor. And then this time, just draw the left knee towards your chest. Again, hands maybe on top of the shin or the knee. And you can extend away through the right leg if you want. So on an inhale, move the left knee over towards the right shoulder a little. And on the exhale, move it over towards the left a little. Again, you feel yourself how far you want to go or need to go with this. So again, just listening to your body, making any changes that you need to. So do this one more time. So you shouldn't feel pain, it just should feel like a little movement, a little stretch. And then move your leg back into the centre. So from there, again, we'll extend the foot towards the ceiling a little bit. Maybe grab hold of your calf, your shin, your ankle, or maybe you take hold of the outside edge of that foot and just draw the knee in. And again, if it feels too much, always bend the right leg, and that will, if there's any strain on the lower back, for example. Okay, take one more deep inhale here, and then we'll slowly release that leg. And again, if you just stretch them both along the ground, just for a moment. And then when you're ready, we're going to bend both knees now, just in towards your chest a little bit. And we're going to take the hands either side of your head. So we're going to enter core land now. We're going to work a little bit through your core. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll lift the upper body up off the ground a little. So deep breath in. And we're going to move through, we're going to do some yogic bicycles here. So as you exhale, we're going to extend your right leg away. And then we're going to move over to the outside of your left leg a little. And then on the inhale, just move back into the centre. So as you exhale, just extend through your left leg, move over to the right, and then move back into the centre. And work really slowly here, so work slowly and carefully. Try and keep your lower back on the ground. And just warming up just a little bit through the centre of your body, just to be able to support that sense of steadiness and ease as we work through our asana. And keep the breath flowing, so keep the breath moving. Well done, and we'll just do one more of these on either side, so take your time. And the last one. Well done, and then slowly release the head down towards the ground and just move your knees towards your chest. So maybe take the hands now, just behind the back of your thighs. And you could move a little bit here if you feel that that helps with that sensation. And we're going to move back and forwards now, so we're just going to roll a little bit. And then we'll come up to sitting. If this doesn't suit you to come up in that way, then just come up in any way that suits you. And we're just going to sit in Sukha Asanam when you're ready. So just easy pose. So again, if you want to use a little cushion or a towel or something underneath your bottom, then you can. So if you're kind of rounding back, then you might feel that you need that just to keep the back nice and long. And again, if it's too much for your knees, just take your legs a little bit further away from you, and that will help as well. So relax the shoulders. And then on an inhale, we're just going to take your right hand to the ground and reach over with that left arm. Good. And then on the exhale, come back into the centre. We'll just go the other way, so just reaching over. And then move through it. So just side to side, just nice and easy, just stretching through the side of your body. Excellent. We'll just do that one more to either side. Just take your time. And then the next time you come over towards the right side, place your hand on the ground and then just stay over to this side. So just reaching over. Try and keep your left sitting bone pressing down. Maybe bend your elbow a little bit, so you can come over a little bit more if you want to, but don't do that at the expense of lifting your hip off the ground. Okay, slowly when you're ready, move back into the middle. We'll take your hands just to the back to the knees now. And we're just going to move through a kind of cat-cow here. So you're going to pull your chest forwards. And then on the exhale, we're going to round in. So you can move back a little bit, pull your belly in. So again, on the exhale, pull your chest forward, draw the shoulders down your back. And then on the exhale, just rounding in. So draw the belly in and round your back as much as you can. So do that again. So inhale, pull forwards. And then on the exhale, rounding in. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So again, just a kind of seated cat-cow. And then make your way back into the centre. Good. Okay, from here, we'll change the cross of your legs. If you just bring your other leg in front, make yourself comfortable again. And then we'll move side to side. So we'll move over towards the left first. And then over towards the right. Again, just flowing through your breath here. So the inhale, take it over. And on the exhale. And just move at your own pace and in your own time. And we'll do one more of these. So when you come back over, we'll just stay over towards the left this time. So reach the arm, bend your elbow, maybe coming onto your forearm if that feels open to you, but just take it to where you can. Okay, when you're ready, slowly make your way back up into the centre. So this time, take the hands back onto your legs, and we're going to move round in a circle. So if you move maybe with your left shoulder first, so just take your left shoulder forwards, and then round back. And we'll just keep going in that same direction. So again, maybe an inhale forwards, maybe an exhale back, but just wherever it feels right to you. And then from here, we'll change direction. So maybe leading with your right shoulder this time. Lean back a little bit if you can. So just warming up through your shoulders and your back. And you can move slower if you want to, or faster. It's entirely up to you. Well done. Slowly make your way back into the middle. So just holding in the centre. And then from here, we're just going to move to all fours. So you can just take your time just to come round. And if that doesn't feel right, you can always fold over your mat or have a towel or something for your knees, whatever feels best for you. But we'll spread your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, draw your belly in. And we're just going to move through a kind of puppy dog flow here. So when you're ready, we'll walk the hands forwards. And then we're just going to press the chest just down towards your mat a little bit. So we don't move the hips back, but try, rather than doing that, press your chest down. And just stretching through the back of your shoulders, front of your shoulders. Just take it to where you can. Okay, when you're ready, slowly come back up and just walk your hands just back underneath. So you're back in this all fours position. And then from here, we're going to tuck your toes under and we're going to push up to downward facing dog. So when you're ready, inhale, press up. And when you get there, move your feet a little bit, maybe pedal them out. You can do that slowly or quickly, whatever feels like for you and whatever feels best. Keep the belly pulled in. Try and push up and out of your shoulders and up and out of your hands. Okay, when you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll lift both heels up and then just lower your knees down towards the ground. So you come back in to this all fours position. So when you're ready, on an exhale, we're going to walk the hands forward and we're going to press your chest down towards your mat. As you inhale, come back up and walk your hands in. And then on the exhale, tuck your toes under and press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, lift both heels up and lower your knees down towards earth. So we'll do that again. So again, on the exhale, walk the hands forward, press your chest down. On the inhale, walk the hands back in to all fours. As you exhale, tuck your toes under and press your hips up and back. Good. And on the inhale, lift the heels and lower the knees down towards the ground. We'll do this one more time. So again, walk forwards as you exhale. Press the chest down. On the inhale, come back up. So hands underneath your shoulders. On the exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips high. And on the inhale, lift your heels and lower the knees down. Good, well done. Okay, we'll hold here. So we're going to step forward with your right leg. So if you feel it's easier, again, you can come up to kneeling first. Step your right leg forward and then take your hands in, whatever feels best to you. But we're coming forward, we're going to slide your left leg away and lift up through your chest. And today we're just going to come in for a little twist. So we'll keep the left hand on the ground. Your right hand can either go to your knee or you could reach up with your right hand. So just coming into that little twist, and you should feel it kind of through your belly button. So that's where you're kind of twisting. Okay, take one more deep inhale here, and then we'll release both hands back down towards the ground. Now from there, tuck your toes under on your back leg. So we're coming up into this runner's lunge position. And then we'll just step back to downward facing dog again. So just step back. So again, press up and out of your hands. Maybe take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh out your mouth. Okay, take one more deep inhale. This time again, lift your heels up and lower your knees down towards the ground. So we'll do the same thing with your left leg. So either come to high knees first or step that left foot through towards the front of your mat. So you could have your hands on blocks here, remember, so use your blocks if you've got them, or just have it on your fingertips and stretch maybe your right leg behind you a little. So coming in for that little twist, again, right hand to the ground or a block, left hand to your knee if you want to, you could stay there, or reach up with the left arm, so whatever feels right. Remember, Sthira, Sukha, so steadiness and ease in each of the asana. Okay, well done. From there, release that left hand down towards the ground. Again, tuck your toes under on the back leg and lift through your back knee. And then from here, step to downward facing dog. So just pressing back to down dog. And again, keep your knees bent if that feels better for you in that down dog position. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. This time we'll lift the heels, but we're going to walk your feet up towards your hands. So just take a slow walk up. And again, when you get so far, you could unplug your hands if that is easier for you. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Just allow the upper body just to fold forwards. So the hands may be dangling here, that's fine. And the knees can be really bent, so you don't have to have the legs straight, just work where you can. Okay, on an inhale here, lengthening forward, so coming up. And on the exhale, just folding back in towards your legs. On the inhale, reach up, rise all the way up. And on the exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Maybe close your eyes down. Just notice how you feel. Notice the weight of your feet on the ground. Try and keep it nice and even. And then just release your hands and open your eyes. So we're coming in here for a Tadasana or mountain pose. So you can either keep your feet a little bit apart here and then relax the shoulders down your back, lengthen through your legs. Now this position that we're in, sometimes it's referred to as Samastitihi. And Samastitihi is translated as equal standing. But Stihiti, which is the kind of end of that, is what we want to have in our postures, if you like. So we want to be in this position where the muscles are engaged, but they're not straining, where your breath is rhythmic, again not straining, and hopefully where your mind is concentrating on what you're doing rather than thinking of other things. So the Samastitihi is kind of the same thing as Sthira Sukha. So from here, we'll inhale, we'll reach up with the arms, maybe look at your thumbs if you want to. And on the exhale, if you fold forwards towards your legs, so just take your time coming down. Bend your knees again. On the inhale, you're lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, we're going to step back with your right leg. Now for this next set, you can always stay here, so you don't have to come up. But if you can manage, on an inhale, we're going to reach up with the arms. So we're coming into this high crescent lunge position. And again, the arms don't need to be high. You can always have your hands towards your chest if you'd like. So think about how your body feels now. If it feels like it's in that balanced way where you've got the muscles engaging, but they're not straining, where your breath is rhythmic, and when your mind is focusing on what you're doing. Okay, from here, we're going to bring your palms together in front of your heart. And as you step up, if you can try, you don't have to, but if you could try and step up so your knee is lifted when you come up to the top. And then release the foot down towards the ground. Okay, so we'll do that again. So inhale, reaching with your arms. And on the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, we'll step back with the left leg this time. Again, step it to where it feels right for you. Lift through your low belly. And stay here if you want to. Or on the inhale, reach back up with the arms. So again, coming up, relaxing the shoulders. So remember, we want to stay strong. So we are engaging and strongly bringing the legs together. We're strongly pressing through our feet. But there's a mixture of softness and strength. Steadiness and ease. Okay, when you're ready, we'll bring the palms together in front of your heart. I'm going to again step up with the knee lifted if you can, just for a moment. And then release the foot back down towards the ground. Okay, we'll do this again. So on an inhale, reach with your arms. And on the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your right leg. So again, either stay here or on the inhale, reaching back up with the arms. On the exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart and step the back foot up to that knee lift position if you can. Release the knee down towards the ground. So do that again. So inhale, reaching with your arms. And on the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, step back to that low lunge. So again, stay here if you'd like. Or on the inhale, pull your belly in and come up to that high lunge. As you exhale, palms meet the heart and lift the back knee. Good. Release the feet towards the ground. One more time on either side. So inhale, reaching up. And on the exhale, folding forwards. As you inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your right leg. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, reach up with the arms. And on the exhale, palms meet your heart, lift through the back knee. and release down towards the ground. Okay, one more time. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, step back to that low lunge. Good. When you're ready, inhale, reaching up with your arms. And on the exhale, palms meet your heart and step up with that knee lift. Good. Release the foot down. Again, maybe close your eyes down. Just notice how you feel. Maybe press your thumbs towards your heart center. Well done. Okay, we can release the hands and open the eyes. All right, so we're going to do a little balance now. We're going to do dancer today. So there are various options for dancers, so please use them. If you've got a strap, you might want to, I found the straps being quite useful for dancing. You might want to use a strap. You can see how you get on with it. Please use a wall. So, you know, we're going to be standing on our right leg first. So maybe have your right side towards something you could hold on to. That would be useful as well. Or have your back against the wall, whatever suits you. So we're going to stand on our right leg. We're going to spread the toes and bend the knee a little. And then first stages is all we're going to do is we're going to bend through that leg. And that might be enough. You might do nothing else. If you've got a strap, you could hook the strap round it at that point. So just place it around the front part of your foot, and then you could just hold that there if you want to. If you've no problems with your knees, then you could take hold of your foot and you could have your knees together. That again would be an option. Okay, if you want to, you then press your foot into your hand, and as you do that and the knee presses back, you could reach up through your right hand, and then you could start to move in a little bit. Again, if you're using the strap, you can use the strap to do that as well. So it's the same thing, so it's around the front part of your foot. What I've been doing with it is then to take it so that you lift it behind you, and then your both hands go behind you. And again, that's coming in, sorry, to then grab hold of the foot eventually with both hands. But take it to where you can and where it feels right. And again, just holding it with the hand is sufficient, and that will do. Don't fall over. I'm allowed to fall over, but you're not. Well done. And then we'll slowly release that. You will feel with that dancer. You can bring your feet together and bring your hands in. So you will feel a really strong stretch through the front part of your thigh. Okay, when you're ready, we'll come back in and we'll do the other side. So again, change your position. So if you're going to lift up, so I would have left side of your body now towards the wall. So standing on your left foot, again, spread your toes, bend your knee a little and pull your belly in. So again, just bend the leg and that will be enough. You could just stay there and just balance. Okay, use your strap, and again, just holding it there will be fine. Or maybe you can have hold of your foot if you want to. And the first stage would just be to keep the knees together. And then if you wanted to, press your foot into your hand and start to allow the upper body to move forward, maybe even reaching up through that hand. Good. And again, use the strap. So if you feel the strap really helps you, then place it around the front part of your foot. Again, it comes behind you, and you might just take it a little bit. You might start to move it up. And if you've got a long enough strap, you can then grab it with the other hand as well. Good. I don't know if that scarf's long enough, but you can try it. Good, very nice, well done. Very nice. At least you didn't fall over like I did. Super. Okay, we will release that when you're ready. Bring your feet together once more, and just bring your palms together as well. And just notice how your body feels after these balance postures. So balance postures are wonderful in that they do help us to to center the mind, because if you're not thinking about what you're doing, then that's when you fall over. You need to concentrate your mind in order to balance. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we're going to come in and do a few standing postures. Now, again, you might find it useful to grab a block and just have it handy. And if you've not got a block, you can always use like a book or something that's kind of an equivalent size. That would help you as well. But we'll start up towards the top of your mat. So we're going to come in through one sun salutation. If you don't want to do the sun salutation, then you'll be stepping back with your left leg into warrior one. And again, you don't have to do the vinyasa part, you can always go to down dog. But coming back into our Tadasana position, stretch out your toes, lengthen your legs, and relax your shoulders. So on the inhale here, reaching up with the arms. And on the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, step to plank and lower down. So again, you could skip that just by moving to downward facing dog. On the inhale, either cobra or upward facing dog. And as you press back, downward facing dog. Okay, just breathing deeply. Maybe even take a deep inhale through your nose and sigh out your mouth. Okay, on your next inhale, we'll lift through your right leg and step your right foot up towards the top of your mat. So we're coming up to warrior one, so spin on your heel of your back leg, so place the heel down and start to move up into that warrior one position. Good, maybe reach your arms if that feels okay, or bring your palms together in front of your heart. But the front leg is bent, toes tracking forwards, and the toes of the back foot are turning in a little bit. So we're drawing the inner thighs in. We've still got the shoulders and hips round towards the front, and we've still got that sense of Sthira, Sukha. So we have the strength of our legs, drawing ourselves in. And then do a scan of your body, see what you can soften. So sometimes it's just your jaw that's tense, sometimes it's your shoulders, but get that sense of balance, of working strongly but with ease. And watch where your mind goes. Okay, when you're ready, we'll move to warrior two, so just slowly spiraling round. Again, if you need to make adjustments to your feet or your legs when you come into warrior two, then do that. Try and relax the shoulders again. Maybe turn your palms up and then turn the palms down with the shoulders nice and relaxed. Sink a little bit into the legs. And your gaze, remember, is along the third finger of your front hand. So keep working through your legs and feet. Keep pressing down through your feet, spreading your toes. Keep working through the core a little bit to tilt the pelvis under. Okay, take one more deep inhale here, and then we'll lengthen through your front leg. We're going to move into Trikonasana now. So pull back a little bit on your right hip and then lengthen forwards. So just coming into Trikonasana when you're ready. When you move down, maybe take your hand to a block here. So you could grab a block, maybe to your leg or the floor, just wherever it feels right, and reach straight up with that top hand. Again, just work where it feels best for you. Good. And look where it feels best as well. So if it doesn't feel right to look up, then, don't. Just look where it feels best for you. That may be down. And soften. So try not to lock out any of the joints. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly come back up. So on an inhale, start to rise back up again. We'll turn your right toes towards the front. Release the hands, and we'll come in for a wide-legged forward fold. So again, if you know that you're going to need a block, then just have it in front of you. So maybe check your feet as well. So sometimes when we come in, the feet are a bit out of alignment. So check they're in line. Turn the toes towards one another a little. And again, lift your belly and lift your chest. So on an inhale, maybe reach with your arms. And on the exhale, just folding forwards towards your legs. So when you come in, again, if you want to, bend your knees. And if you need to, use a block. So if your hands are not going towards the ground, use a block. Or, you know, you could let them dangle there, but if you've got a block, then why not? The hands are easily on the ground, maybe start walking them back towards your feet a little. And allow the weight to move forward slightly to the balls of your feet. So the heels don't lift, but we do want the weight moving forwards. Okay, when you're ready, take another deep inhale. We're going to bend the knees to come up if you need to, or maybe just come straight up, whatever feels right to you. So we'll release the hands back down. We'll turn the toes again on that right leg. So just turn your toes forwards once more and re-bend the leg. So just as if you were coming back to warrior two. Good. And then from there, spiral your hands down and turn on the toes of the back. So we're coming into this low lunge position. Again, grab a block if you need to. You could bring your hands now just to the inside of your right foot. So bring your hands in. Again, if you need blocks, grab them. So if it feels a strain, then grab them. And then we'll lower the back knee, flatten out your foot. And then maybe walk your right foot out to the right side. So you're taking a kind of wider stance there. And then if you want to, you could have your hands in the center, and then bend your elbows a little. So you could just come down a little bit more. If you've got a block, you could take your elbows onto a block, or maybe your elbows can go all the way down to the ground, but just wherever it suits you, just coming into this little lizard. And if your knee on that right side wants to go out a little bit, so wants to drop out to the side, for example, then that's fine. Okay, just work where you feel it's right for you. And try and lower down a little bit more. Good. Well done. And again, here we're still working Sthira Sukha. So still not straining to get there, or where you think you're going, where you think you want to be or need to be. Just go where it feels right. Okay, we'll slowly make our way back up. So maybe come up onto your hands if you're on your elbows. And then tuck your toes under on the back leg, lift your knee up. And then we'll just step towards the top. So bend your back leg, step up towards the top of your mat. So again, on an inhale, just lengthen forwards. On the exhale, just folding back in towards your legs. On an inhale here, reach up. And on the exhale, hands meet the heart. Again, just closing your eyes down, just noticing your body, just how it feels. Notice your breath, so keep it under control. Keep it smooth if you can. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we'll come back in, we'll do the other side, just the same thing. Again, if you need to move your block, then do that. Coming back in to Tadasana, or Samastitihi. Spread your toes, lengthen the legs, relax your shoulders. So on an inhale, reaching back up with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, step back, either lower down or just press back to down dog. On the inhale, upward facing or cobra. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, so again, maybe take a big sigh out your mouth if you want to release any heat. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll lift the left leg. And step your left foot up towards the top of your mat. So when you're coming up, again, we're coming to warrior one, so spin the heel of the back leg, pull your belly in and start to rise up towards the top. Again, maybe sweeping the arms up, maybe just keeping your hands on your hips. It doesn't matter. What feels best is what is best for you. So turn the toes of the back legs, shoulders and hips forward. And then relax what you can relax. So keep working strongly. So we're not saying don't work strongly through your legs or your feet, but keep that working. Just see what you can soften. Good, very nice. And again, if it works to have your arms wider, widen them. Relax your jaw. Sometimes even smiling can help you relax a little bit. So you could, it's happiness after all. And if you don't feel happy, don't feel that you need to be forced to be happy either. Okay, we'll move to warrior two, so slowly just spiral round. Adjust your feet now if you need to. If you feel you want a wider stance or you want to move your feet a little bit, then just do that. It's what it feels to you is what you're looking for. And focus your mind, so try and notice where your thoughts go and just bring them back. Release any tension in your shoulders. You maybe look behind you. Sometimes that's a good one. So if you look behind you and then turn and face towards the front, sometimes we get a sense of softening a little bit in the muscles of the neck. Okay, when you're ready, we'll move to Trikonasana, so we'll lengthen through that front leg, pull back on your right hip a little bit, and then left hip, sorry, and then start to move forwards. So just take your time to come in, release down to a block, release down to the floor, and if it doesn't feel right to have your top hand up, just bend it and take it behind your back, and then you can work the shoulder back. You know, you have to. Yoga is all about self-discovery, so finding out what works for you rather than what me or anybody else is telling you what to do. You just have to kind of, it's getting to know yourself, isn't it? Getting to know your body and what works for you. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly move back up. So pull your belly in, start to rise back up. You can release your hands now and we'll turn both feet towards the front again. So just coming into that wide-legged forward fold position. So again, try and lift a little bit in your low belly. Make sure your feet are level. Grab a block if you need to. Lift your chest. Maybe on the inhale, reach back up again. And then maybe on the exhale, just folding forwards again. So this time, as you come down, again, grab your block and just use it just to gently coax yourself forwards a little bit. Bend your knees a lot if you need to. Maybe today you grab hold of your feet or your ankles, but whatever works, and even if that is your shin, or try not to grab your knees, but if it's your shin or whatever, and just use that as your block to move forwards. But again, if it doesn't feel right, release it. So to move back up again, maybe bending your knees, release your hands, and then come all the way back up towards the top. Good, release your arms. Excellent. Okay, from here, we'll turn the left toes towards the top of your mat again and re-bend the leg. So maybe stretch your arms out and then release down into that little runner's lunge position. Again, you could use blocks here, so you could have one hand on either side. And then release the back knee down. So again, we're going to walk the foot out. So we'll walk that left foot out to the side and bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. And again, if you want to kind of wing it out a little bit, so go to the outer edge and let your knee drop out, if that gives you a little bit more have a stretch in your hip, you can. Maybe bend your elbows, maybe lower down through your elbows towards a block of the floor, whatever feels best for you, wherever you're going to feel a stretch without any strain. So Sthira Sukha is not, it doesn't just mean steadiness, it also means to abide in a restful space, which I think is quite nice. And it also applies to your life as well. So, you know, to cultivate healthy prana, we need to have a balance in our lives. So a balance with what you eat, how you live, the stress in your life and so on. All of it is meant to be in a balanced way in order for us to thrive, really. I always remember a friend of mine, she used to say, everything in moderation, including moderation. Do you know this? It resonates with you, but it does with me a little bit. I do think it's true. Okay, when you're ready, we'll start to move back up. So maybe come back up onto your hands first. You can always walk your knee in a little bit if you want to. And then we'll tuck your toes under on the back leg. And this time we're going to step back to plank. So when you get back there, we're not staying here long. You could lower your knees or you could bend your elbows and just lower yourself all the way back down towards the ground. When you get there, if you bring your arms round and you can drop your forehead down towards the mat. So just breathing deeply there. Just relax for a moment. Okay, so when you're ready, come back up. Now we're going to stretch your right arm just overhead here. So if you stretch your right arm away from you, so just over your head. And then if you take your left hand and bend your left leg. Now you're going to grab hold of your left foot with your left hand. And then basically we're going to try and lift everything up. So you stretch your right hand forward, you lift your right leg away, and you lift up through your left thigh as well. And we're just stretching everything up and away. Well done. Slowly release everything back down. Bring your hands back in, and you can just take a moment just with the arms crossed again. Lower your head down. Okay, we'll change sides. So stretch your left arm above your head or above your shoulders, just straight out in front of you. Bend your right leg, grab hold of that right foot with your right hand, and then just press and lift everything up. Well done. Slowly release everything back down and bring your hands back down. So just drop your head down, just relax a moment. And from here, we'll bring your hands just underneath your shoulders. And we're just going to push up just to an all fours position, first of all. Walk your knees in, so you can take your knees quite wide, feet together, and just press yourself back, just to a wide leg child's pose. And just stretch your arms out in front of you and relax down. Okay, when you're ready, slowly start to make your way back up. So just walk your hands just back in. And then just come round just into our staff pose, so Dandasana first of all. So we're just going to bring your legs out in front. Again, if you want to bend your knees here, please bend them. If you want to sit on a block, then sit on it, or a blanket. Relax your shoulders down your back and bring your hands just down by your sides. So palms down towards the ceiling. So again, in Dandasana, it's a bit like Samastitihi in that, you know, the muscles are engaged, but they're not straining at all. The breath is steady and the mind hopefully focused. So for some postures it's easy to get that, and others it's a little bit more challenging. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to take your legs a little bit apart now, so not a really wide straddle, but a fairly wide straddle. And we're going to come in and do a little side stretching, Janu Shasana. So we're going to keep your right leg and your foot flexed, and we'll bend the left leg in, so just towards the inner thigh. And then when you're ready, we're going to take your right arm, and you can either just lay it along the leg there if you want to, so it comes to the inside of that leg. Or you could just have it just gently resting on your shin or your ankle, or you could grab the foot if you can, just whatever suits you. And then with your left arm, we'll reach it up first of all, so we'll just stretch it up. Now if you want to, you could hold it there. If you want to, you could bring it towards your head and then work on just rotating round through your chest. So you're trying to get a little twist with the chest moving up towards the ceiling. Or you could reach that arm all the way up and over. But it's just entirely up to you. Again, you know, try it, see what it feels like, and work with the one that's best for you. Both sit bones down. And don't take it to the one that feels the most extreme sensation. Take it to the one kind of in the middle. Well done. We'll slowly release that, so coming back up and come back into Dandasana. So just bring your legs back into the center. So just sit in that just for a moment. Just maybe even close your eyes down. Just notice the sensations running through your body. And then we'll change sides. So again, take your legs wide again from the center. Flex your left foot. And then bend your right leg in. So just to any degree, so you don't have to force it up the leg, just take it to where it can. You might want to encourage it down, so the knee goes down, or you could use a block to support it if it was really high. And then using your left arm, either lay it along the inside of your left leg. Maybe grab hold of your ankle or your shin, or maybe take hold of your foot if you want to. And then taking that right arm, reach it up. So you might just hold it there with that reached, outstretched arm, or maybe take it behind your head and then try and use that. So you're pulling back a little bit on your right shoulder and your right elbow to rotate round. And if you feel that's okay, you can maybe stretch over with the arm, but just take it to where you can. Well done. Okay, slowly from there, just release, come back up, and release the legs back once more into Dandasana. Okay, from here, we are going to lower down towards your mat. So you could just make your way down there, just take your time. So release yourself down towards your mat. Have your legs long here, so you're just stretching your legs along the mat. So we're going to do a little variation on tree pose, that reclined tree. So if you keep your right leg straight and flexed, and then if you bend your left leg just towards where it will go basically. So you know when you do tree, when you're standing up, then you'll have it towards your ankle or your shin. You can't even have it towards the knee here. And I just want you to just be aware of your hips. So if you feel for your hips, sometimes doing it in this reclined way makes us understand why it's difficult for us to do it when we're standing. Because if you feel your hips, they should be even here. And sometimes when we bend that leg, the hips become a little less even. So just be aware of that and be kind to yourself. When you're next to a tree, you can then understand a little bit more while you find it, and even while you find it harder on one side than the other. And just breathe into any sensation that you feel. Again, try not to force the leg. Well done. We'll change sides, so slowly release that leg down. So this time, keeping that left leg straight, bend the right leg in. And again, just notice the difference on either side. So in these tree postures, if your hips were level, your back would be actually flat on the ground. And if it's not, mine lifts up on one side. So it does give you an indication. So, do you know, a lot of these things we have no control over. This is the makeup of your body and, you know, the history of what you've done with your body. And we just have to accept that. And part of that is that Sthira Sukha Asanam, is accepting what we can do and just being grateful for it. Let the muscles relax. Try and soften. And then from there, just release both legs back down. Now this time we're going to bring both of your feet in. So we're going to come into a reclined Baddha Konasana. So we're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Again, let your lower back relax as much as you can and try not to force the feet further up than they should be. So we've created a kind of a diamond shape with your legs. We're going to do the same thing with our hands. So last week we did mudras. So we're going to take your thumbs and join them, and your pointer finger and join them. We create a diamond with your hands. And then we're going to take that overhead. And we're just going to relax it down towards the ground. So now you have a diamond over your head. A diamond between your head, so your arms are creating that diamond. And a diamond in your legs. Now, if you had that many diamonds, we'd be really happy, I think. Okay, we'll slowly bring the hands back over. This time, just lay them just on your lower belly. So just kind of have that diamond shape. And so your belly button's in the middle of it. Relax your hands, relax your shoulders. And then from here, we are going to move into Shavasana. So you can release your hands. You can release your legs, maybe put some socks or a jumper or something on to keep you warm. Maybe grab a cushion or something to keep you comfortable. And we're just going to do a little calming meditation today. So just take your time just to get comfortable and warm. And just begin just by noticing your breath now. So this is a little meditation just to help calm the mind. The past has already gone and the future is yet to come. I'm concentrating on being peaceful, happy, and free in this present moment. Now I'm concentrating on being aware of each breath. My attention on the breath is continuous. I follow the breath as it begins and my abdomen starts to expand. I continue to pay attention as my abdomen rises and falls with each breath, like a child, high and low on a swing. Like a swing, my breath slows down at each end. I follow it all the way as it slows down and starts again. I embrace my breath with all my care and attention, like a mother holds her baby. I do not drop the baby. Thoughts stay in the background. I enjoy the rhythmic rise and fall of my abdomen. I enjoy staying in the here and now I've stopped running forward and backward. My mind keeps producing thoughts. That's its nature. I do not follow the thoughts. I concentrate on my breath. I am comfortable and at ease. With each breath, I let go of tension somewhere in my body and mind. I'm aware that thoughts can bring tension to my face. With each breath, I relax my face muscles and smile. There are sensations in my body. I accept them. I'm aware of my posture. I'm aware of the rush of air around my nostrils as I breathe in. If there are sounds, I do not react to them. I just notice them and let them go. I continue to enjoy my breathing peacefully. A river of feelings and thoughts is flowing, but I'm not drowning in it. The concentration on the breath is like the anchor that prevents the boat from drifting. Focusing on my breath keeps me from getting lost in thought. I notice sounds and skin sensations without reacting to them. I smile at disturbances such as memories, little itches, and noises. Smiling relaxes me. I feel content. With each breath, I arrive in the here and the now. I'm breathing comfortably. My mind is peaceful. My body free of tension. I am calm and rested. I feel free. I feel at home. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose, and then we'll just sigh it out your mouth. So we'll do that again. So just deeply inhaling through your nose, and then just let it go. And then we'll just start to move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. And then maybe take your arms and just stretch them overhead. So stretching from your hands all the way down to your feet. When you're ready, you can bring your arms back over and maybe bend your knees. And you can either keep your feet flat on the floor or draw your knees to your chest, whatever suits. And just move gently side to side. If you'd like, you could even roll over onto your side and take a breath or two there. When you're ready, we're going to start to make our way up to sitting. So just taking your time as you come up. Maybe keep your eyes closed as you do. And just find yourself a comfortable seat. When you're ready, we'll bring your palms together in front of your heart. Just leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. Hope you enjoyed our happiness practice that we did. Namaste. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. You can unmute yourself now if you would like. Any questions or comments, then